Are we in Florida or Wisconsin? It's probably warmer. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So Ernie Els, your first start here at the American Family Insurance Championship. Your thoughts on being here in Madison?
I'm excited to be here. I've played the course twice now. Played it last night and played it Pro-Am now this morning. And I really like it. I love the condition. Condition is probably the best we've seen on tour this year. You know, the greens are running beautiful and the fairways are great. You know, the golf course is scoreable. You know, they got some long par fives, shorter par fives. It's a well-balanced golf course. So, and hopefully the weather's going to be great. You know, it's been awesome so far. It's almost a little warm, but it's great to be here. I played with Jack. He's the chairman of the company, American Family Insurance, and had a wonderful morning with him. And you know, couldn't be more excited to be here, to be honest.
What did you heard about this event from your fellow players?
Well, I heard it was a good event. I played with Steve Stricker a couple of weeks ago at Tulsa, the first 2 rounds, and kind of asked him where to stay and where the nice restaurants are and stuff. So he gave me some info there. So I'm staying downtown, and I just heard from all the guys that this is one of the events you need to be at. You know, people are excited to have us here, and they'd like to come out and watch. So it'd be nice to see some people out here and have some excitement.
We've got Retief and Mike Weir in the first round. Can you talk a little bit about that pairing?
Yeah, seems like I've been playing with Retief almost every week now. You know, I've been drawn with him in the first couple of rounds, quite a few events now. Myself and Retief, we go back all the way back to when we were junior golfers in South Africa. So we got a long history together. It's great to spend a lot of time with him again. You know, we were great friends back in the day, and you know, we're back to being really good friends again. So it's nice to play with him. Mike Weir, same thing. Known Mike a very long time. He's played really great as of late on the Champions Tour. You know, and I've known Mike for over 20 years, you know, President's Cups and so forth. He was kind of my partner in a lot of President's Cups, and we won some points. So he's one of my favorite guys out here.
Yeah,
All right.
Some of the other players talked about how it's a big course with big greens. Did you notice that at all?
Yeah, it's a lot different from last week. It's really the opposite course from last week. Last week, you know, in Des Moines was very different, you know, very narrow and kind of a little tricky. This one is a little bit more broad. You know where you can go. The greens are quite big, as you say. It's got a lot of slope on them, but it's a nice broad golf course, and it's well defined. You know where you can go and where the trouble is, so you can kind of make up your mind, make a decision where you need to be. But as I say, the really great fun part is that the golf course is in such great condition. So the green staff should get a lot of credit.
Ernie, on the regular tour, everyone is talking, of course, about Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. And I wanted to know, as a former President's Cup captain, how would you handle something like that with 2 guys in the team room who might not get along, and what kind of problem could it be for Steve Stricker at the Ryder Cup?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a little awkward here and there, especially what happened last weekend when, you know, people were enticed to kind of really get onto Bryson a little bit. I'm not quite sure what the history is of the two. You know, we're living in a day and age now where, you know, social media is a big thing, and, you know, I don't know if that's part of the tussle is to who's going to get the most out of the social media thing. You know, that could be a very clever marketing ploy by the two of them. But you know, if it's for real, you know, it needs to be sorted out. And you know, especially with the Ryder Cup coming up, you know, they could be really good together playing partners, but they got to like each other a little bit more. So. I'm not sure what the history is there, but you know, obviously it's been blown up a little bit, and obviously what's happened last week. So I'm just kind of watching it from the outside, like all of you guys. You know, I'm not on that tour that much anymore, so I don't really spend much time with those players. But there's always been a beef. You know, always been. You know, not everybody gets along. You know, it's tough to have everybody get along. But it's kind of new to me to see that unfold the way it is. You know, it's kind of. You know, I don't want to say it's kind of fun to watch, but it's it's interesting to watch.
Ernie, the world's kind of returning to normal. Does it feel like sports are returning to normal? I mean, do you feel that as a player, like it's getting kind of the new normal, maybe?
Yeah, it's getting there. I'm not sure if we're ever going to get back to the old normal, but it seems like there's a lot more people watching us play. You know, we got to still be careful, obviously. I mean, I got vaccinated. A lot of people have been vaccinated, so we got to be really careful still. But it is getting back to normalcy as we might have remembered it, but not quite where it used to be. But it's getting there. In this country, you know, just with all the vaccinations and all the medical help that we can have is there. You know, if you look at the rest of the world, they're not quite where the United States of America is. So people have done a really, really good job of getting us to where we are today.
Ernie, kind of a different perspective on the camaraderie of the Champions Tour. It seems like with the relationships you guys have had for going back for so many years, just what's it like being on this tour, kind of playing with each other each week and being around each other, going across the country like this?
Yeah, you know, obviously we've our competitive spirit is totally there. You know, the guys do not like playing poorly, you know, and the guys are out there working on their games. But we've kind of grew up together, as I just mentioned. You know, Retief, myself, Mike, you know, we've known each other 20, 30, even 40 years in some cases. So we know each other. We've been around each other. We've traveled together. In a lot of instances, we've helped each other on our games or even personal stuff. So, yeah, we're a good bond of guys out here. But make no mistake, you know, when the bell goes, you know, everybody wants to win for themselves. And that competitive spirit and drive is totally there, you know, in each and every player. But we're playing it in the I believe in the right spirit.
Sure. With 2 rounds under your belt now, what do you think is the most challenging either hole or part of this golf course?
There's quite a few challenging holes. You know, driving is some of them are a premium. You know, the 4th hole up the hill is a good, very good hole. The par 5s, if you can get off the good drives, you can attack the second shots. I can reach most of them, maybe not the 6th hole on the front 9, but you know, the back 9 seems to give you a little bit more chances for birdies, maybe a little shorter 9, you know, wedges into par 4s and you can reach the par 5. So a bit more action on the back 9, but it's a well-balanced golf course.
Thanks, Ernie.
Thank you, guys.